Hello, Knights fans. We're back with another edition of the Knights Baseball Roundup. Here, as always, with Coach Gary Puccio. Coach, since we last spoke, you had a nice win against St. Peter's here at the Namoli Baseball Complex. But then you went up and faced the nationally ranked St. John's team, tough 3-game series, which turned into a 2-game series up there. First, let's talk about the win over St. Peter's. Big offensive performance.
Yeah, we hit the heck out of the ball. We did a real nice job. I know Ryan Brennan had a good day, and Bobby Romano had a good day. So, you know, we did what we were supposed to do in a game like that. You know, we probably should have done the same thing against Delaware State, but we didn't. So it's good to see the bats come alive a little bit, because that's only going to help us in our conference.
Yeah, you had a big day. Bobby Romano hit 2 homers. Brennan, and we talked about Matt McCann a lot this season. Matt was hitting over 400 coming into the tough series there at St. John's. He's now only a couple stolen bases away from the all-time record. As his career starts to wind down here, just talk about the importance of him and, again, trying to make a late postseason run with him at the helm.
Yeah, Matty's the catalyst of the team. I mean, he's the guy that makes everything happen for us, and he's had a very good season. He really has. He's been outstanding offensively. He's been solid defensively. He's just a quality ball player. He's done a lot for us in his time here, and I believe he's going to be playing at the next level after this season, because he's definitely got the tools.
Yeah, and then you went to St. John's. 3-game series, had a little bit of a weather issue on Friday with the field. Ended up being a 2-game series. Saturday was tough. You ran into their best starting pitcher, a guy with a 1.04 ERA. And then you put up some runs in Sunday's finale there. Let's first talk about Saturday. Logan Frady got the ball. He became the school's all-time leader in innings pitched. You look back at his career, how many pitchers have you had like Logan? Have there been many?
Not too many. I'll tell you, Logan's been the absolute horse for us. He threw over 85 innings, both in his sophomore and junior year. Like you said, he just set the record. I think he has 277 innings, somewhere around there. He's probably going to finish right around the 300 mark before he's done. He's been my bread and butter for the last 3 years. I mean, he's been the guy I've gone to. I remember a couple of years ago, for us to get into the playoffs, he had to win that last day of the season. He gave up 4 runs in the first inning and then shut him down. And he had come in and saved Friday's game that weekend, too, because we just couldn't afford to lose and had to sweep that or win 3 out of 4 that weekend to get in. And Logan's just been the guy. He really has. He looked good against St. John's. I thought he pitched well. A couple errors made behind him. I don't think we played defensively at the level we should be playing. But he's the trooper, and he's brought us a long way. And you know, the record says 2 playoff appearances in the last 3 years, and he's a big part of that.
And then we've talked a little bit about health this season. It's a big part of it. But you've been without your starting center fielder, Brandon Seltzer, a guy who's really stepped in. He's been a great center fielder, played a lot of good defense, gotten some key hits. Is Mike Veet. Talk about his contribution.
Yeah, Mike's really stepped up. I think he's hitting like 293 now for the season. He's stepped up, had an opportunity to play a lot more, and as he's played every day, he's been much more consistent and solid. We always knew he was a terrific defensive player. He also made a really nice run and catch at St. John's in center field for us. Very solid defensively, and his offense is coming around. The more at-bats he gets, the better he's hitting, and he's definitely a solid contributor and a good kid to have when you have a Brandon Seltzer down. You got a Mike Veet that can replace him. It means your offense has some depth to it.
Yeah, so last week, some non-conference games. You return to conference play with a big test coming up this weekend. You head up to Bryan for a crucial 4-game series. Right now, you're 3rd in the NEC standings, but there's a lot of games left to play, as you know. How important is it to try to come away with 1 or 2, or obviously you'd like a little more, but at a big series here at Bryan?
Yeah, we hurt ourselves at Sacred Heart. I mean, we led in all 4 games. We only won 1 of them. That hurts. When you do things like that, you open the doors for other teams to come watching through. My line to the team all the time is win the home series and split on the road. We beat Wagner 2 out of 3 on the road, but we lost 3 out of 4 to Sacred Heart. So this is a big weekend now with Bryan. We've got to get that split. I mean, I think that's important that we get at least a split out there. And Bryan's, they're not the Bryan of last year, but how could they be? I mean, that team was like 51-10. I mean, it was incredible. But they're still Bryan, and they're still on top of the conference standings, and they're going to be a tough haul. They're never easy, never.
Yeah, have you looked too much ahead here? Obviously, you see the landscape out in front of you. You'll have 2 home series here with Wagner and LIU Brooklyn. And then you'll also see Central Connecticut State, who's up in second place in front of you. So you still have a lot of conference in front of you. How much do you pay attention to the standings and what the other teams are doing?
Yeah, I do a lot. And I tell the guys that it's still in our hands. And that's what you always want. You want it in your own hands. So right now it's in our hands, and that's why it's important that we go out and do what we got to do, which is, like I said, split. If we split those 2 away series we have left, and we win the 2 home series, we'll finish with about a 16-10 record. I'll be surprised if that wouldn't get us in. So hopefully we split and we win home, and not sweep home, but just win those series. And we should be looking at a 3rd straight playoff appearance. But it's not going to be easy. Central Connecticut's playing terrific ball right now. Wagner has probably the best pitching in the league. LAU is not gone any series without winning at least a game, including beating Bryant. So there's nobody easy coming up. So it's not going to be easy. But hopefully, we can do enough to secure a playoff position again.
Great. Thanks for your time today, and good luck this weekend. So the Knights will head up to Bryant to take on first-place Bulldogs. That series will begin on Friday at 3 p.m. They'll play a doubleheader on Saturday, and then the series will conclude on Sunday. So these upcoming weeks will be big for the Knights as they make that push for the NEC postseason. For all information about the FDU baseball team, head to fduknights.com.